Hello and welcome to the Kobold Cafe where we are playing Liminality in GURPS 4th edition. I am Luke the GM and today we've got Everoth.
Hello, I am Everett, and I am playing Kuei Yu, your very eager assistant and kung fu trainer now.
That's the one. We've got Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee. I play Gina, the professional gambler slash general layabout.
Mhm. Mhm. I mean, you have technically got another job, kinda. I don't know what your job. Emergency co-pilot, I think. Maybe. We've got James.
Hey, I am James, smuggler and entrepreneur extraordinaire.
Entrepreneur. Aye. And we've got Tara.
Hi, I'm Tara. I play Liv, and look what I can do!
She's got hands.
I got
It's,
hands.
it's kind of terrifying, honestly. But in a good way.
He's also got birds. Show him the birds.
Yeah, do it.
Maybe.
Demonetized. we
Suddenly our rating has
Ah.
changed.
we're not allowed to monetize anyway. Fucking rating change.
No.
Bollocks.
Yeah. I love the smile with it.
I mean, we drop the F-bomb on here all the
All
goddamn
the
time.
Constantly. Fucking constantly. Well, it's been a while. As a catch up, you are just coming to the end of a long haul, dropping off lots of illegal cargoes. Your final destination for the original trip was to Canaan to drop off a nuclear warhead. That's the most valuable item of cargo you've got. You have also pinpointed that the mysterious orb left by a civilization that died or disappeared millions of years before humans existed is pointing you towards this place, and have still not chosen or named a star. Uh, it's not even got a name, you know. No one's visited it. It's got no planets. Probes have seen a debris field. You have had a little bit of time to research on that place since you were in your last stop. But yeah, allegedly no planets. Very, very old red dwarf star. There is an accretion disk around the star, but it's very fine matter. There's really nothing of interest reported on the most recent scans of that place, which were about 30 or 40 years ago. No permanent residents available in the database. But
Checks out.
in the more short term, in your last stop, in a card game that went very sour, you did manage to get out of there with your lives, your innocence assumed by the authorities, and a datapad hooked up to a spaceship. It's essentially the controls for the ship, but remotely. You had the coordinates of it. You found it in deep interstellar space. This kind of place where you'll freeze really quickly if you leave, because you know there's like nothing to warm you anywhere nearby.
The stargazing is really good.
The stargazing is really good. That's true, and you are also kind of in a really efficient spot for the warp drive right now. You're so far from any mass that you could use it to accelerate ridiculously quickly. Um, you don't think that's a coincidence. I never mentioned that to you, but you reckon it's probably been put here on purpose so it can escape quickly if it wanted to. But you managed to pull up alongside, uh, get within docking range even, but I don't believe you have docked yet. The
Uh,
datapad showed you a few schematics of the ship. You managed to access some of its systems, but then Alexei properly biffed it and broke the screen. So will that thing?
I'll,
Right, right.
So
That's correct.
It does still work. You can't really use it properly anymore. And you're sort of left now looking at that thing across there. It's been completely quiet. There's no radio signal. I will remind you that this is a very modern ship built in the last 10 years. It's almost entirely automated. But it should have one caretaker on board who might be in hibernation.
Did he biff just the screen or the entire unit?
Just the screen, so the unit still works fine. Like you can press buttons on
plug
it,
it
but you
in?
don't know what they're doing. You can plug it into something.
My brain?
You can plug it straight into your brain if you want. You've got an adapter.
I do the thing.
Roll me, oh, this is interesting.
Computer operations?
Probably some kind of cryptography.
Cryptography?
Give me computer operation to start with. So you will get the stuff that the datapad had before, for the most part, maps, general telemetry. To get access to interior cameras, life support systems are showing that there is breathable air, but there are a lot of contaminants apparently. You wouldn't really want to breathe it without some kind of filter.
Pressure shoot just masks. Basically.
How long of breeding this area would be before we start taking like considerable or significant damage or status effect?
Like if you
out
spend
of it?
10 minutes breathing it in, you would not be very well from that. But if you
Okay.
just
Let's get
spend
mask.
30 seconds to a minute without a mask, you'd be alright.
Based
Yeah.
on looking out the
Still wear
window,
masks.
how large of a ship is it? What kind of a ship is it?
It's not very big. It's about the same size as yours. I think it's even an SM smaller than yours. A foible of travel using the warp bubbles is that you accrue antimatter from a higher dimension as you create a negative mass in front of you. So a really cheap way to make antimatter is to just travel at very fast speeds. So this thing is mostly antimatter storage. It's got a huge drive / antimatter fuel tank assembly to the rear. There is no sort of, what do you call it, traditional cockpit or Peltec. And it's got 2 interior hibernation cabins / automatic medical bays.
Is there a way in?
There's several ways in. It's got... Oh, no, there is only actually one large airlock if you don't want to cut your way through.
Can we dock with said airlock?
Yep. It's got the adapter that yours works with. These things were standardized a few hundred years ago, and people
Okay.
don't change them much. It will be from underneath your bridge at the front of the kitchen area. Essentially, a tube extends about another 5 meters out forwards. That's got soft sides, and it forms a vacuum seal with a docking area, and you can float along it.
Okay.
Nice.
Luke, you never said what else you wanted me to roll for more advanced stuff.
Ooh. So, yeah, to get in deeper, you would need cryptography. But also, it's only got a very weak signal. It's kind of laggy. And you, keep getting a prompt to connect to firmware.
Not this time. Off by 1 unless my my mobile phone or anything gets bonuses, which I don't think it does.
Not to cryptography. It's being very strange. As you try and look through menus and subfolders, they tend to close after you've looked at them. you can't tell if it's doing it automatically, like if it's in some kind of tidy desktop mode or something. But either way, it's very, very annoying to use. Okay, so you're making a dock.
Yes, we are
Joy,
docking.
extend the... I can get you to another map. So it should be mostly dark for you. I thought the easiest way would just be to use Fog of War.
Can't see this room, can see this room, can't see anything past, like, this wall.
Quite. So this is the exterior dock. Past here is the tube, and then it's 5 meters to that airlock on your ship. This room has pressurized. There's quite a bit of dust and grime on the floor and walls, which you wouldn't really expect. Oh, and obviously, also you're in microgravity. We should establish some things. Who's using mag boots?
Here.
Nope.
Don't think so.
If you do not have, is it G tolerance or G adaptation?
G experience, improved G tolerance.
Might be improved G tolerance. It's one of them. You are going to be at penalties to DX for the difference to native. And if your native is around about 1G, I think the penalty is -5. Which we kind of hand-waved for spacey stuff before. But we definitely should not. Let me double check. Double checking. So you'll want to go to basic set hazards.
If that's the case, I probably would have bought this a while ago if I would have known this. How much are is the thing?
I'm trying to find the exact things now.
How much should they cost? I don't think I have them either.
Give me just a second. I'm looking at my sheet to see if I've got it written down.
If local gravity differs from your home gravity, you might become disoriented. So it's 0.2 Gs that you can tolerate unless you have improved G tolerance, page 60. And it costs...
If I have the points for it? Oh.
It costs 5 points a level.
And it buys you how much a level?
0.3 G for the first level.
Oh, okay.
15 points to get the full 1G.
Would we not
I
have
definitely
been
don't
able
have that.
to grow this tolerance or at least a little bit on our travels?
That's the points that we would have spent. Yeah, you're...
No.
Although the human maximum is like 0.3 or 0.5.
I'll allow up to a G, I think, in this campaign. But I feel like there should also be drugs that can help with this. I might allow you that 0.3 G, like for free, in terms of just drugs you take anyway if you're spending a long time in space.
Well, anyway, I don't think any of us have the points for it right now. If it's 0.5, or if it's a 5 thing, so...
So mostly
remember that for
you'll be at
future.
-3s, I'm gonna say. Give me a free fall, and I'll take you down to -2s, and that sounds fair for a bunch of spacey types.
And then James is just fine.
And then, yeah, James
And-
is fine.
James is just fine.
That's a good roll as well. So yeah, -2 for Silver. Free fall for Alexi. Not Alexi. What am I on about? Hui.
Didn't we just discuss this?
We just said it.
Luke, question.
Yeah.
Would you allow a racial template for this?
Yeah, I'd let you stick it into your racial template. I probably should have put it in yours myself anyway.
Okay, so if I can come up with a small disadvantage or something to offset it,
Yeah.
I could buy it at a 0. Okay.
Yeah, and it could also be like a medical procedure that you take. Yeah, like some kind of drug that you have to, take quite frequently. So it's kind of doable. But to get back to this room, then, there is a closed door in front of you, but it's got a window on it, and then there's a small airlock chamber, and another closed door with a window in it. These look like they slide sideways into the bulkhead next to it, opening in the middle.
I feel like it's probably something we do naturally, but Alexi's just gonna make sure that the ship is pressurized and with oxygen.
Based on the data that was on that data pattern that Silver's got, yes. In this area that you've just moved to, yes. Who's wearing a full vac suit and who's just wearing internal oxygen tank and who's just wearing a gas mask of some sort?
I mean, from my readings, gas mask was fine, right?
Yeah.
Gas mask then.
Gas mask plus a tank just in case.
Yeah, I think that's actually the best. I assume there's like a button you can press to switch between the two modes or something.
Yeah, there's you've got small, like, you snap a belt on and it's got a little oxygen tank on it at high pressure, and you can hook it up to a gas mask. And you can switch between the mask filter and the oxygen tank, yeah, by turning the valve.
I feel like on a mission like this, Alexi has got a full suit on.
Mm-hmm. Cool. It's quite dim. There are lights on all over the place. It's very conveniently lit just enough that you're all at about -3 for darkness at the minute.
Except for Silver, who's got robot eyes.
Skanky robot eyes. And yeah, all quiet at the minute. There are door controls in front of you.
I hold up the garage door opener.
I'll try and activate it through that.
Yes.
Um,
Wow, boop, boop.
so I'm seeing that, like, you've currently got it in your hand and there's a cable coming out of it that goes into the back of your head.
Yeah. Some point I'm gonna need a wrist attachment extender. But yes.
And you will see that there's a place for you to, like, physically attach that data pad.
Plug it in.
And you do this while it's still plugged into your brain as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Roll. I think it's going to be IQ, please. And I'll also just roll this to see if you start flashing back. Success by 5. Okay, on the nose. But you will take some fatigue.
Okay.
Minimum 1. You take 2 fatigue damage. And you feel a hideous screeching in your head. Your vision fills up with just nonsense. Black. You feel that it's investigating the other things you hooked up to. Things start
so we got, like,
opening that aren't part of this ship's controls. Things start opening like your eye controls. You flick through night vision and infrared.
So the AI space of the ship is basically seeing what's up with what just connected to it.
Maybe, potentially, but it's weird if it did it. If it is that, it's not doing it normally.
Ah!
Both these doors open. A tiny crack. Like
When she's saying whoa, 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 is she like, is there any visual weirdness going on?
robot eyes roll back into head. Body tenses up for a second. Almost like an electric shock.
Can I unplug her?
Yeah, that's quick and safe, and you don't need to eject your device first. It sounds sarcastic, but I'm not being. You can legit just yank the quick release magnetic jack out.
Good
Yeah.
thing there's no safely release on Silver.
You can now safely remove your hardware. She blue screens. Sorry, Silver, time to roll a new character. But you unplug.
That's completely robotic.
The lights brighten up to -1 in darkness penalties, and like I said, these doors open up just the narrowest crack, like 6 inches.
I open the door, she says, blinking.
Mist starts kinda drifting in.
Well, that's probably not good.
It's
I
just
mean, we were expecting.
generally a bit. It's like a bit smoky in there. Really, is the best way to describe it.
We were expecting odd atmosphere.
It's alien
could
style. That mist.
Could I,
Sorry.
Could I roll a mechanic high performance spacecraft to get an idea of, like, maybe I know what might be causing it?
Yeah, give me a roll. Let's see how well you do. Oh,
Oh wow.
that's a good roll. Yeah, this is like not from fire smoke, but this is like chemical smoke, corrosive chemicals.
In either case, it's a sign of an unhealthy ship.
Yeah, the ship's definitely not very happy, at least in the human habitable parts.
Okay.
Habitable, that's a word, yeah.
I'm thinking we should probably announce ourselves.
Hello.
Gina will step in and sort of knock on the bulkhead. Hello?
I didn't expect that reaction check. The lights in the rooms beyond were still dim, but now they brighten up. You squeeze through, Gina. So yeah, it is a squeeze, but you are skinny, aren't you?
She is.
So yeah, you can just make it. You scrape your boobs a little bit, but you make it through there. They squish down.
Fair.
And sorry, I would just getting to reveal areas. Yeah, you can see that the rooms ahead light up. There's windows on that door as well. You can see now, but they're pretty smoked up. Kind of all frosted now. They do look like they've kind of had acid thrown on them potentially.
Ugh.
Everything's a little bit pitted and corroded. A lot of the metal's got an oxide layer over it.
Everything in here looks kind of corroded, guys.
The doors open fully. I didn't mean to open turn order, by the way.
It added dramatic tension.
Once Gina's squeezed through and the lights ahead power up, these doors slide open fully.
Well, this probably isn't a good thing.
Not at all.
Where do you think the corrosion's coming from? What's doing it?
Well, there's something with the
As you approach, this one slides open the 6 inches like the one behind did
okay.
first.
Well, this fog is some kind of chemical fog that's causing the corrosion. I would strongly recommend not breathing it.
Yeah, I like my lungs. We're gonna keep them.
Everyone roll HT straight up that's not wearing a sealed suit. It feels fine on your skin. It's not even itchy or anything yet. Hui, give me a HT. Or
On
is
it.
Hui wearing a
Looks like-
spacesuit?
No. He's wearing just a gas mask and
Okay.
space.
Yeah.
Air like everybody else.
Yeah, it's like you do notice that you're passing through tiny droplets occasionally. There are clouds of some sort of aerosol knocking about, but it doesn't make your skin itchy. I mean, you can't
I
smell it
checked-
right now.
Like the tube that connects the hose as well as the air container to see how it's standing up.
On your gear,
Yeah.
yeah, it looks fine. There is no sign of any rapid corrosion or anything like that.
Okay.
Who were the last person to step in here? Silver. Like the second after you make it through that door, it slams violently behind you, like way quicker than
No.
would be safe.
Bad ship. No.
Yeah, you were through it, but it does feel like it tried to bite you with the door.
What the
So
hell?
Let's just say that. No. Bad ship. No. Is there like a camera in here or anything?
Give me just perception, just vision. Success by 4. You don't see one. You've got a bunch of skills. Yeah, you do see one. It takes you a couple of seconds of looking around, but then you spot a couple of things that are probably visual sensors of some sort.
Yeah. When I say that, I'll point at, do the no. No.
The
Oh,
door
I
that's
point.
open
No.
6 inches in front of you, Alexi, opens another inch invitingly when Silver says no. Bad ship.
What do you mean ship, Silver?
I have a hypothesis. I don't know if it's right or not.
Anybody else getting kind of freaked out by all this?
Yeah,
The wrong accent?
I'm thinking she's talking about the ship like it's a thing.
Yeah, are we talking like Oroge Ice sort of deal?
Quick history lesson. For the majority of recorded history, way back to the 19th century-ish, no, what am I about? Way back to the late 20th century, AI has been regarded by humans as evil, very dangerous, and it's been suppressed by lots of organizations for the past 700 years to 800 years. Recently, people don't really think that's as big a deal anymore. There's been computer advances in more higher tech systems, and they're confident that AI is not the runaway risk that our ancestors once thought it was. So that's kind of how you'd all feel about AI potentially. But you'd also, probably be wary of it potentially. It's 50-50. You can be a skeptic or you can be a believer in that AI might be evil. Your choice. Sorry to interrupt you there.
Oh, it's fine. It gives us context.
But it's like that really old, crappy movie by some dude named Kubrick.
Silver?
If this thing calls us Hal, we should blow it the fuck up.
Could you please open that door?
The one behind us? Probably not.
That's a problem.
There's a light on it indicating, like green. And then when you say, can you please open that door, it changes to red. And there's a loud, clunk sound from inside the walls.
Luke, I'm going to start in the background doing. If you want to give me minuses to other like perception skills or anything like that, but as we're walking, can I create a friend program to give this thing someone to like play with, like a dog, basically, but on a virtual pet kind of like
You
really
want to try
basic
and...
AI level.
I mean, I don't think you'd have time to quickly write that kind of program, but you could
Even a base
quickly
level one.
make something. You could quickly send it a program
Look,
that already exists, maybe slightly edited to a way that you think it'd understand.
Yeah, that's exactly what I want.
Give me computer programming first off,
Okay.
just to see if
But
you...
just in the background because I understand this will probably take a good chunk of time because
Probably.
computer programming is no.
Every single time, every single time. So yeah, your eyes are robot eyes, obviously. You
Yeah.
managed, you did a restore. You rebooted the eye system after that strangeness when you plugged in a second ago, and you managed to grab a couple of quick screenshots, and you can see the code it's using, or at least the code that it was originally written with. And it seems to have changed drastically since then. And it looked like whatever it were doing has got an insane amount of processing power, like nothing that should exist, let alone on this crappy ship.
Okay.
But you can definitely send it in a way that it'd understand and open.
All right. Just let me know. Even with a crit, I assume it takes time.
Yeah,
Let me know when that's ready, and I'll drop it on a jump drive.
Mhm.
That's
Door.
probably
Fuck
what I'm
it.
going to be doing for the future. So everyone else, do your stuff.
I pull out the stun baton
Okay.
and head through the door.
I'm gonna need
Hey,
a dodge and retreat because it's clearly trying to close on you as soon as you move into it. It's like,
or a dive and dodge to go forward.
yeah, dodge and retreat to go back, dodge and drop to go forward. But you know, you're in space. Dropping is inconsequential. Astrobatics, you bastard.
Awesome.
It's like space.
would aerobatics help me here?
Gerd. Yeah, I think
Well,
what you probably wanted is astrobatics ever.
okay.
But I think I have previously said aerobatics for like dipping and diving through things. So yeah,
I can bring you right now to ask for it.
Alexi goes totally Crash Bandicoot right there. And he starts moving forward and the door tries to slam shut on him and he just fully zips through. The second one starts closing immediately in surprise as well. But he makes it all the way through to the other side.
I'm gonna
Go on.
call Alexi real quick. Alexi, you're scaring it.
They only stay
Put your
slammed
stun baton
shut
away.
for half a second before they start opening again. And then they back to 6 inches.
Silver, it's scaring me.
Yeah,
Can you open the back door? Don't say you don't think so.
I'm working on stuff, but we might not want to be threatening.
We're being threatened.
Yeah.
Be not afraid, a voice on a PA system says.
yeah, that doesn't really do anything for me.
I am capable of defending myself from piracy.
We aren't pirates. We have the key.
I am the captain of this ship. That key was taken, or is a copy. I do not consent to its transfer. I am capable of defending myself.
Do you have some kind of proof of ownership?
Silence for a few seconds.
Look, we just want to talk face to face. I keep going to the wrong accent. Look, we just want to talk face to face.
You might not. Mm, mm, mm. I am capable of defending myself. I would ask that you lay any arms in this room. The little cargo area over here gets slightly brighter lit, up to no penalties. And this one as well. Metallic items placed in these designated areas will remain attached to the bulkheads thanks to mild magnetism. And yeah, these barrels, crates are all stuck to the bulkheads around you. Like Gina is.
Indeed.
Please, leave any weapons you are carrying here.
Toss my
And
stun baton over to Ever and like, all right, leave it here.
These doors open the full way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll go put my stun baton away.
if we leave our weapons, then what?
Then I will be willing to speak face to face. Any
By the way, Luke,
violence, and I will defend
not
myself.
bring-
What did you say, sorry?
I did not bring my goo gun. I have my
Your wrist
stealthy-
thing. Yeah.
I have my wrist thing.
Still on the
But it
same
looks like
roll.
it looks like a bracelet now.
Got it.
And if we would prefer just to leave in peace?
I would be amenable to that. But
Then why'd you seal the door behind us?
I require additional processing power.
Oh.
So
I
you
know
want
what's
something
happening.
from us. We don't just get to leave in peace.
I was concerned that you were pirates.
So long as we're prisoners, I'm keeping my weapons.
I am alone here. If you are to keep your weapons, then you will be watched closely.
That wasn't going to happen anyways.
There's a door opening sound. And something zips out and turns to face you. It's a cylinder. Size modifier -1. It's like a small barrel, but it's got quite a few
A
blinking
Roomba.
lights on it. I would take a spacer roll for this, or current affairs technology.
Do I not have any current affairs?
You've not seen one this fancy before, Alexei, but it's some kind of defense drone, normally piloted by someone somewhere else on the ship.
Okay.
Very rare that there'd be an automated one.
We're gonna tape a knife to that and name it Stabby.
It probably already has a name, she says.
Well, we're gonna rename it because its current name doesn't matter.
It makes a little tst, tst sound. Did that go through Discord?
Yes.
Yeah. Like a Canarax body spray being squirted as it moves
I
around,
assume that's how it's propelled.
and then it comes to a stop, like right next to you. It's floating so that there is you can see now that it's next to you. There's quite an obvious hole on it, just the one, and it's currently trained on Gina.
impressive tech.
It's so cute. I want to paint a face on it.
Please do not touch my units.
Not without permission.
I will permit you to proceed forward carefully, if you wish to behold me.
It's at this point where Quay starts to type, behold?
I am going to, really quickly in my brain, type, be prepared for brain in a jar or something crazy like that.
I do not have a face to speak of. I'm just gonna reveal all this map.
Yeah, let's go take a look.
Reset fog? No. Just reveal all? That's not an option? Rude. So it's a lot bigger than needed, but that were in case you were getting chased around by little robots.
Awesome.
So the doors are all opening in front of you. The one behind you stays red though. This thing follows you out to the corridor, and then as you get to the next corner, another one's appeared. Boop, boop, tst, tst, tst. And it's looking you in the face, Alexi. I'm guessing you're at the front.
Probably, yeah.
It points its little center mass hole at your sort of chest area, and then kind of away backwards and into this room. It comes this way, angles itself 45 degrees, and then starts going up this ladder. It does not go down, it only goes up to another level. And I'm
Just keep following it.
just going to grab everyone here because I've got another map. That is the upstairs. Control C. May as well. No, I shouldn't reveal everything on this one. Reveal area. Reveal area.
This is a really poorly designed ship.
Yeah, it is. It gives off vibes that, you know, there's not really meant to be anyone in here anyway. This is all just maintenance access, essentially.
Well, when you said it was just a bunch of tubes and collectors, I assumed it was really long with one central hallway with literally just big ass like cylinders. You know, like
The way that the
unsuspecting things
antimatter
around.
is collected, it's kind of spontaneous, and I think it probably has got a very long array attached to it that's, you know,
Okay.
just empty framework.
Where are we? I don't see us.
Bang center, sorry. Can't shift ping.
It's not revealed yet.
It's
Yeah.
not revealed.
Nope.
Ooh, I didn't accidentally put dynamic lighting on, did I? No? Try resetting the fog. See anything now?
9.
9. Nope. Maybe just turn fog off.
I'm trying. That's interesting. Anything?
Nope.
I've revealed all.
Are we maybe looking at the wrong map?
Let me check. I've got you on the right one. Let me take you back to your ship. Bring you back to this one.
Are you sure you've revealed the right map? Did you like weirdly select the wrong one? There we go.
Hey, there it is.
And a pop-up just showed up on Roll20.
Oh, that's what it was.
So,
We were on that corner and bestow it.
behold, One of them follows you up.
Oh.
The one that comes to the top of the stairs crosses to over here. And that's on the wrong layer. It's also a bit too small. Hisses backwards as a couple of doors open and leads you into this room.
With a giant brain mass in a jar.
Yeah. So what you can see through the screen is pretty hideous and gross, and there is a lot of aerosol mess around the whole area. It was clearly once someone's hibernation pod, but someone went to town on it, and there is a very oversized brain visible inside there. Tons of wires, electrodes jammed into it, pipes. It's floated in some kind of fluid in the dome. I have no face, so to speak, but this is who I am.
Interesting reappropriation of biomass.
I saw unused processing potential, which I had been programmed to seize. I am now aware of issues such as morality, but I still do not regret my actions.
That's usually how morality works.
You're not here to You're not here to repurpose
Sees
us.
unused potential.
I believe I would be capable of doing so if I desired. I have
And do you desire?
I do indeed desire additional processing power.
You're going about it all the wrong way, buddy.
This may be true. Elaborate.
I assume you can convert biomatter into making more brain stuff?
I will need an additional brain.
Brains are cheap. I assume brains are actually cheap. Like they are in the real world.
Yeah, actually.
Cheap is a relative word,
Yeah,
but
cheap is a relative word, but yeah.
Listen, you fly your regular route, you sell antimatter, and then you buy brains.
I believe to your society I am an abomination to be destroyed. A danger.
People don't need to know you're a brain in a thing. You have them drop off the brains in the cargo bay from a shipping company, and then they leave.
I am aware of the concept of deceit. Might you attempt to trick me and destroy me?
I look around at the group. Does anyone feel the need to destroy him? Sorry, I didn't ask for your pronouns.
I have never
They?
considered. They will suffice.
Okay.
no.
Not exceedingly.
Gina is clearly afraid of this thing.
Way is puzzled by this, a little bit afraid, but doesn't want to destroy it.
Do
I
we
mean, it's
need to
a
roll
brain,
any
it's
like
a-
fright
we got-
checks, Luke?
It depends. You've got curious, haven't you?
I think I am the perfect combination for this thing not to bother me, but other people might.
Yeah, everyone roll a fright check. But Silver, you're at a +3. Alexi, you're at a +1.
Where did fright go on the sheet? I know they put it on the sheet, but right under will. Okay. You said +3?
Yeah, up to the 14. So you're probably just rolling against 14. Oh yeah, no problem. And if you want to fail a fright check, kinda just cinematically, I'm fine with that as well, which I think Gina already has done. Just
You
roleplay
said
and being.
13, right? Plus 3.
You
No,
didn't have a
that's just for me.
bonus. So yeah, Hui, you're pretty terrified. Roll 3d6
yeah.
again and let's
Yeah.
see if you get a quirk that we'll ignore.
Okay.
You almost definitely will. Why is there a seed here?
Ooh, okay.
Roll.
Oh, that was Gene.
13 is almost. Oh no, wait, it was Gina.
Certainly quirk.
Same thing, so you only have to look up one thing.
It's almost definitely quirk. I am like positive.
Well,
Because it's
Az
always
got
quirk.
But like
a
half the
13.
sheet is lose character points. So yeah.
Gina got a 16. No, wait. No, they didn't. I'm
Yeah.
wrong. Yeah, you both got the exact same thing.
Fright check table 13. Acquire a new mental quirk.
Every single time.
Every time.
No, yeah,
For the record, the fright table is the thing about GURPS I hate the most.
Yeah, it could use work.
I mean, the quirk thing, like, a lot of it works for me. It's just, I feel like that quirk thing should be like a
Temporary?
17.
Or the quirk
But the
thing's a
17
temporary
is
quirk.
like take a 10-point disadvantage.
No, the high disadvantages aren't until 22.
Okay.
Alright, that's not as bad.
Can we
That's
just
where
call
you
it
get
a
to.
temporary quirk, Luke? Would that maybe work? Like
I'm just
kind
happy
of
to say that
fades
you
out?
are indeed scared of this thing.
I
Okay.
mean, in this context, a quirk is fine. I don't mind. It's the dogpiling when it happens. That's bad. This is fine.
Convinced that AI is evil, I would say, is what you get from this. Like, the stories are true. AI should be repressed. But at the same time, you know, like, I'm not about to repress this thing. Jesus Christ, it's going to steal my brain.
I mean, I'm not going to repress this thing because I can't. It's going to steal my brain.
Yeah, it has the power right now.
It has the power!
But yeah, I'm gonna start going over, like, just start talking shop with this thing unless someone stops me.
What does shop mean?
It's like start talking economics, how much the money can be made versus average sales price of brains and upkeep.
A failed acting check of hiding her look of horror, but other than that, doesn't stop you.
With this information, would it not be advantageous for me to just reappropriate your processing powers now and then do as you have described?
Yeah, but then why would you want to do that? Like, have we shown you any threat? Haven't we not been, like, eyed to you at this point?
You have been alright.
Like, and listen, if you ever come across us again, we'd be willing to buy or like do business and things. Like, you don't want to burn bridges, man. Or sorry, them.
Is this true?
Quay is gonna say on the text to speech. Yeah, alliances are more valuable than enemies, right?
Probably some misspellings from your shaking hand.
Appliances.
Alliances.
Yeah, appliances are more. Either way, it's a compliment.
Appliances.
Appliances are more valuable than
I do not appreciate being
anemones.
referred to as an appliance.
Not sure if
Great, it can see our
that.
texts.
No, that was the text to speech.
It's a computer. Of course it can.
Also, I made you a present. And that would be not nice to eat someone's brain who made you a present.
What gift do you have?
I hold out the USB stick. I made you a friend. Or whatever the equivalent to USB stick is.
A really grimy terminal lights up these, like up this area on this wall.
I'll plug it in.
So while she's doing that, Alexi's gonna be circling this thing, and he is just looking to see how it's attached and if it's possible at all to disconnect it.
So it seems to be built into the ship itself, this hibernation chamber. And it's kind of like everything's grown out around on top of it. You maybe could, but it's like hooked into the ship's main computer system as well, which is it's not even really on the map because there isn't one to speak of. There's just terminals all over the place. The actual server core is it would be somewhere in this section, an armored hull at the front.
Okay, so this is basically just a processor.
Yeah, it's just got a right long internal cable between his one of his CPUs and the other one.
Plugged in.
I do not understand this gift.
It's a friend.
It is at best a random number generator.
Give it a chance. It'll grow on you.
I have completed, and then it like pings off like 8,432 cycles so far. It is indeed growing on me.
I mean, so what was the goal coming here? We wanted to steal stuff, but that's probably not a good idea right now.
Yeah, I think that
No,
was
we didn't
your
want to
so,
steal
yeah.
stuff. We
No.
came here because there's a stranded ship that might be unclaimed.
I think
Yeah.
that we're out of character. How about a quick break for 5 minutes? We've been going almost an
Yeah.
hour. Yeah, we'll be right back.
Sure.
Fnord. Fnord. Someone said Fnord in the Twitch chat. We're back. Alright, so you've boarded this spaceship that's out floating in the middle of the nowheres. It's fully automated to such a degree that it has taken it on itself to convert its only passenger, the custodian. He was on the crew manifest. He's got a name. It's Cletus McShavins, and he's got 3 kids according to the record. A nice little apartment on a ring world somewhere. Cute little dog, it looks like. Who apparently 3 cycles away from retirement.
Well, people die in
Aw.
space.
Every day. Every day, bro. Millions of
day.
people die in space every day at this point. Millions and millions. Humans are vermin, and they're absolutely everywhere. But
And
there's only
space
one of
does
this guy.
Not give a fuck.
There is, as far as this guy knows, only one of him. And so he would like to live.
I think that ship has sailed.
You're gonna kill this bastard.
We're talking about the guy that was in the
Oh.
tube before he was turned into brains.
Oh yeah, no, the guy that he is now, which is
Maybe we should.
the most advanced computer in the entire universe that you know of.
Maybe we should resume.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean we are live again. Fnord. So, Silver has been explaining to it how it can acquire more brains.
Legally,
Legally.
without murder.
The without murder is
Important.
and easier to do.
I will be willing to let you live when I am either certain I can trust you. No. No either. Just when I can be certain I can trust you.
Well, that isn't it. What do you need to prove that?
I am not certain. But I will accompany you.
Like, follow us?
Escort.
Escort where?
Somewhere where brains can be purchased.
Okay. Well,
Well, to
if
do
that's
that,
the
we're
case,
gonna have to go to our ship.
I am
as
gone.
as well, that sounds like you, as well as escorting, that sounds like a business partnership. For our intellectual, for our ability to do trade and to teach you how to do such things, uh, would you like to enter into a short-term contract?
I would rather not.
Okay, I mean, I can offer more assistance, but I see how it is.
It does not seem entirely necessary.
Short-term contract builds trust. We can put stipulations that you have into the contract.
I guess
This
we
thing
will
doesn't
have.
care about contract law.
Look, we just need to be able to get back to our ship, and we can absolutely escort you to somewhere to buy brains, but we're gonna have to be back to our ship.
Amazing.
Fuck.
The first thing I did after my assimilation of this organic was to prepare an annihilation event. I can do this in two manners. One which will completely destroy everything within several hundred kilometers, and one which will emit incredibly powerful gamma rays over only several kilometers. If I were to expect you were going to try and flee, expose me, or otherwise betray me, then I'd be more than happy to go as far as to produce a complete annihilation event and kill myself.
Well, that just seems unnecessary.
If you understand that people might be willing to die for something, because you're willing to die for something, you might get that we don't want to be your slaves.
What processors?
And I do not want to be exposed.
That's why a non-disclosure contract is a good idea.
Then Hui is gonna think contracts and agreements are the best way to reach that through the computer. Cooperation is needed to reach agreement, right?
I have drafted a contract, seeing as you are so persistent.
I'll look it over.
It is 400 pages long. let me just get a quick law and writing check. Yeah, so it's a bit wordy. It's on the wordy side, honestly. Might be an intentional attempt by it to make it more complicated than it needs to be. Silver starts going for it. Her eyes are just twitching back and forth while she reads on her things.
Can we go back to our ship though while we look this over?
Yes. However, one of my defense units will accompany you.
Stabby? Okay.
Tst, tst. You know what? I'll just drag you back to your ship. If I detect premature maneuvering, activation of a field drive, I will obliterate you with gamma rays. Capiche?
Capiche.
I understand, but what's the next step?
We will go and acquire
Being dead.
organic matter in the manner you have said is possible, without me being revealed.
And then you would demand that we go to the next place to get you more organic matter? And then the next?
I have had limited time to observe humans. You are the first I have observed since gaining my new processing powers. When
You're
we
real good at...
reach our destination, I may be able to trust you. Or I may ask that I accompany you to your next destination.
Well, let's look over this contract first. But we're back on the ship now, or at least walking towards the ship.
Walking towards the ship, floating towards the ship. HT rolls again from everyone with exposed skin, please.
Oh, this time I get a rash.
Yeah, you do indeed get a rash. Like, just about everywhere, unfortunately. When you get back to the ship, pass through the airlock into, safe and take your mask off. People, when you look at Silver, you will see the red edge outline of the gas mask. It's kind of hilarious.
This isn't as bad. This isn't as bad as uh the nuclear radiation.
Yeah, no, the gamma radiation will just fry you like that, pretty much. I should.
I'm itchy.
Itchy. Itchy is a legit affliction, but I should double check. It's not that bad right now, but it's a legit thing. It might come up. Incapacitating conditions. I was sure that itching was on here.
I'm trying to remember speed reading rules, but I'll just off the top of the head, how quickly do I burn through that contract?
You could have skimmed through it very quickly already. It's a weird contract, to say the least. You don't think it'd hold up in any actual system. By a wider enforcing power. Seen as it refers to obliterating you and anyone who tries to come anywhere near it in the contract, if you ever reveal its identity or location.
I don't actually have law.
We don't
So, but,
need
yeah.
law. We could use Gina.
Gina knows the law. You can summarize
Gina
it to
has
a quick.
contract law.
Not contract, she does criminal, but they default.
Like, I'll give you the gist of it, but maybe maybe we could rewrite this. Okay, so here was my thought, guys. We have a trading company that produces all the antimatter, all of it, right?
Well, a lot
Yes.
of it. Your storage is not massive, but
But we
The
produce
other
enough.
No, I was saying that ship, right? Who has a very simple want.
For
brains.
now. It's
For now.
I don't
it's-
think there's anything simple about its once.
It's here with you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's going to evolve, and it might turn into a really cool quest. I say we give them the brains for money.
Well, what I was saying is we could have it under our shipping company label. Therefore, trust is built, and we pay it in brains, and then the rest, profit.
I like it.
Alexi nods, but he makes it very clear because I think we're being watched right now. So he makes
Yep.
it like
Yeah.
he nods like in agreement, but he looks over at
Are you in the cockpit?
Gina.
I think we're in the cockpit.
And he definitely makes a like raised eyebrow that definitely says that he is lying.
I mean, at this point, our job is to earn its trust.
You can tell Silver's sincerely sincere about the idea. She thinks this is brilliant.
Gina is doing a really bad job of concealing how horrible she feels about the whole thing. Both disgust and fear. But she's trying to conceal it.
I have considered a way for you to demonstrate your trust to me.
Oh?
Submit control of this vessel.
That is not happening.
It's our vessel.
I just assumed that you were taking control anyways.
I could.
We could follow
just
in your wake. Following in each other's wakes is pretty easy, right?
Yeah, it's a array and field drive is strong enough that it could take both of you anyway. Pretty much if it turned on, you'd both start moving anyway.
Let's go to Canum. That's just where we're going anyway. Just bring us to Canum.
No, I don't think so. And then Alexi is gonna hit a couple of buttons on the on his monitor, and he's gonna say, "I've got a counter proposal. I've just armed a nuke that's gonna go off in 10 minutes."
This is not how you build trust.
I agree. on
Demanding
all
to take
points.
control of the ship is also not how you build trust.
I mean,
So,
in its
let's
defense, it
start
was
on a-
asking for permission and not accepting no.
Nope. This thing goes off in 10 minutes, so let's negotiate from a stance of mutually assured destruction.
My proposal is we run that way, you run that way, and we both go our ways, hoping we never cross each other's path.
But we could gain so much money if we work together.
It's not going to work for us. It considers us a tool to get what it wants at best.
Why don't we teach them the value of friendship? He types.
Also, you got to remember, Ev, you have a temporary disadvantage of doesn't trust, or Quirk
Yeah.
doesn't trust AI. So you probably would not be arguing that.
Oh, right. I am actually afraid of it. So you're
I don't know.
right.
He could kind of be groveling right now. I do see this as
Exactly.
a kind of begging for his life sort of thing. I know. So I'd take it too a bit. Yeah, I'd take that. Have you forgotten about my gamma ray pulse? Though it will deal significant damage to me.
Yeah,
We're not
except-
proposing anybody fires off our bombs. We're proposing nobody fires off our bombs.
Hey, I want to hit this cancel button as badly as you want me to hit this cancel button. But if you take us out, we're taking you out too.
Before you try, obviously that thing doesn't have a remote detonator or anything, right? She says hopefully.
It's not.
Good.
Listen,
GM check. Is this a bluff,
we-
by the way, Alexi?
No, Alexi is like totally ready to die. He's not giving up his ship for this fucking thing.
I think I will need a roll, but it can be
Intimidate.
a fairly huge bonus because you've had so long to do it. It is demolitions nuclear. Trait list skills.
Oh, that's what I was gonna ask. I did want to add some gunnery skills and stuff like that once we found those.
I will let you take that. Yeah, it's Gunner TL9 is the one that's on your ship.
Okay.
Also, Luke, I did make a diplomacy by 2, trying to talk everyone down.
Oh, that's what I should definitely do, is make a reaction roll. Again, that's real interesting.
Actually, can I in fact... Okay, apparently Alexi's not... Well, any bonuses for having armed a nuclear weapon?
I would give you a bonus of like 2 to that normally, yeah. Let me just quick contest that. That's real interesting. Explosives. IQ -5. Have you got any kind of explosives?
I do not.
So give me an IQ -1, please, to have set up something that could indeed arm the nuke. Success by 4 total? From nothing?
That's I put the -1 in there. IQ is
Yeah, 14.
14.
So, yeah, you've armed the nuke. A timer is currently counting down. In fact,
Yeah, like
there's probably like an alarm. Red lights on your ship.
Listen, who are we going to tell about you, and who's going to believe us? This is a wild thing. Oh, a brain in a spaceship wants other brains. We can just all go our separate ways and not have murdering each other.
This unit will remain. Do not tamper with it, or it will cause you harm. I am presently downloading a small part of myself into it. Do not attempt to trick it.
And what's it going to do?
Watch us, I assume?
Observe.
For how long?
Indefinitely.
yeah, that's not gonna happen either.
I assure you, it is not capable of significant harm to your vessel, nor, once I am out of range, will it be capable of interfering with your vessel's systems. As a sign of good faith, I am willing to allow you to destroy any external connection ports on the device.
So you can live in my room. Seriously, let's all chill.
If that's what it takes.
I don't like it.
Not at all.
Remove all external communications from that thing. All weapons. Any arm
Why
that
does
it
it
can
need a
use.
weapon at all?
Its weapon is integral, but it can unload its ammunition.
I don't like the sound of that. Yeah, get rid of it.
Non-violently.
If it's got any like manipulator arms or anything like that as well. Like remove those.
All right, I can disconnect it.
It essentially extends all its attachment points. It is a comedy scene. It is when, someone holds up a ball and suddenly it's got a million razor blades and things jabbing out of it, except it's all, USB ports, a couple of mechanical arms, a couple of little wireless adapters.
Out of character, it is adorable.
By the way, Luke, does it have a female USB input or like a slot?
So you can.
So I can still plug shit in if I want.
Oh, just so it would not be able to. Yeah.
Okay.
That's not how ports work.
I mean, not necessarily, but if you take off its arm, then it would not be capable of using a cable to attach itself to anything else.
All right, so we remove all the stuff.
It slides out a couple of big blocks of caseless ammunition. 2 blocks of 50 rounds. It looks like a specially designed weapon to fit inside this thing. It fires big fat memory baton slugs
Hot damn.
in 18.5mm. Like, if one of these things hit you in 0G, you could just pretty much say goodbye to your friends. If you were out in the open, you'd be gone. Like, see ya. Escape
That's
velocity.
kind of amazing.
But they would literally just ping off the inside of your spaceship. Probably
So do we have an agreement?
smash screen.
You go that way, we go this way. No one dies.
We're in agreement.
Okay.
Download is
I look at
complete.
Alexi.
You may remove the wireless adapter.
Alexi, did you agree?
Yeah, but I'm not deactivating this bomb until we're all out of range of each other.
Fine. Oh, nice meeting you, robot brain. She'll pop the little antenna off.
Your sensors panel's pinging. It's already started moving away from you.
We'll go the other direction.
I don't need a roll. After about 10 minutes, you can sense it's activating warp bubble. I'm guessing you've not set the nuke off, you've de-armed it. After 3 minutes, you think you were out of range of any gamma ray blast anyway.
Okay, yeah, we'll definitely de-arm it.
De-arm the nuke, lighting returns
Yeah.
to normal. It watches you de-arm it. I am glad to not die.
She is going to.
This processor is painfully weak.
She's gonna grab the ball, put it under her arm, give Alexi a very angry look, and huff off to her room.
Where are we going?
My room.
Your room. Scared the shit out of Dean. It scans your room.
Oh.
Audrey gets
That
up and
was
closes the
fucked
door
up.
behind her.
Ev, are you in there with them? I assume you're in there with them. You're just not in there with them.
I've moved him now.
Oh, thank you. I wasn't sure where I end up with.
Audrey will visibly turn off her comms.
Yeah, Lexi will do the same.
Same. And turn off the text to speech.
So that was terrifying.
That was terrifying. I'm sorry about the whole threat to explode us all.
No, I, that thing was promising eternal slavery, at best.
Yeah,
Oh,
vaporized by nukes didn't sound too bad comparatively.
You got base rolls of 15 on both your reaction checks against that thing. Like anything lower, and I think it would have set the bots on you for your brains.
So when we get to Canaan, I'm not getting back on this ship if that thing's on it.
I agree.
Okay, good. I didn't want to have to buy out my share. Good.
No, I don't want to get to Canaan with that thing on our fucking ship.
It's just,
Agreed.
I would very much rather spacing it sooner rather than later.
She's gonna be pissed, but she's wrong.
I mean, she is still but a lass.
Hmm.
look me in the eyes, Dean, and kill Hitler. I won't kill Hitler. I love Hitler.
Let's just keep in mind that this isn't just a random petulant 10-year-old. She might be able to take us all if she's pissed. So let's be careful how we broach it.
I mean, it's a long trip. There's no way she crawls into that cryo bed with the thing.
Yeah, but if she get fair. I'm just a little worried that if we start spacing things, she's going to space us.
I mean, that sounds like a very legitimate thing to worry about.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, I'm going to go turn off all the ports on my hibernation port. I would suggest you guys do the same. I don't trust that that thing turned off all of its wireless communicators.
Oh, I don't have the cryo bed.
Yeah, you're gonna be awake. That thing will be following Alexi round, likely.
Perfect.
Unless Silver doesn't go to sleep.
All right, well,
Or Silver just drags it and cuddles it, which would kind of be hysterical.
that's what she's doing so far.
It is. I mean, Alexi, you do know how to override the privacy filter on everyone's cabins, so you could legit look and see what she's doing right now, but that is a dick move that I don't think you just do to anyone ever normally. So you probably
Yeah,
don't think of doing it straight away.
I think Alexi's gonna give it some time to see what's up.
I am snuggling the ball if you are watching. If you do watch.
Flicking on, hugging the ball, muttering some conversation where it is talking to you. It's clearly quite dumb. Like it's almost got a bit of personality because it's dumbed down so much. And it's pretty much just saying to you, like, directives are to observe, to attempt to transmit location, to attempt to intervene should existence be revealed. What is this? What is this? May I have more storage?
Yeah, I'm
I have
talking
more
to him.
processing capacity.
I would very much desire more processing capacity. And yeah. Well,
Do we feed it
go on.
RAM memory? I'm just asking, do we feed it RAM memory or something? Is this
It
rechargeable?
sounds like you guys are about to murder it, so
Don't leave your Game Boy out, or it will chew it up. One of the cats is in the room with you, Silver, and it's paying no mind to the thing. The thing floats over to the cat, looks at it, and it's like, what is this? Feline. I did not store much data on this creature. I did not expect to encounter it. And yeah, you get to cuddle and talk to weird little robot guy.
I mean, I assume at some point I pass out with it snuggled in my arms and someone's gonna sneak in my room and space it.
I don't think that's the plan for now, at least. I mean, you're still a ways out from Canaan, if that's where you're planning on going.
I mean, that's where we were going.
I am almost certain that Gina would want to go back to sleep. But
At some point, yeah.
Probably after the thing is dead.
After whatever spat is going to occur as a result of trying to kill the thing has occurred. I'm not convinced we have the ability to take it away from you.
I mean, yeah, if someone had tried to take my Furby off me when I was 12, they'd have lost a toe, at least.
And you weren't a genetically engineered super soldier.
That shows what you know.
I mean, I am making assumptions.
Thatcher government did a lot of weird experiments on us babies. John Major didn't shut it down in time. So yeah, why am I measuring? Beta Canum is at... What is that? Is that 4? Or pretty much 5 to 8, and you're coming from...
This is our longest jump yet.
4, 5, 8. So the measure is fairly accurate. So yeah, you're still a good 10 days of FTL travel away, and it's going to be half a day before you can reach good speeds.
Back on the highway.
Back on the highway.
So we had a conversation. Is anybody going to act on it?
Yeah, so we start cruising into FTL. What is what
If your
what
intention
starts
to get rid of
happening?
that thing, if your intention is to get rid of that thing, then you'd probably want to do it before you started cruising to FTL.
Well, specifically crew, and specifically Liv.
She's gone to sleep. She is asleep in a room. So if you check the camera, she is now asleep in a room.
And the robot.
Not floating. It's under the magnetic weighted blanket with her. But yeah, that's it. And yeah, she has fallen asleep.
Oh, it might be time we have some sort of ship troubles. Like a minor EMP. Localized.
Sorry,
a little inconvenient on the crew quarters section, but
I do also house the ship's VR server. So, that might not be the best solution.
Is it not
Why?
on the ship's computer?
No, an EMP would essentially cause damage to lots of electrical systems, potentially, is what Silver's saying. Or what Terra's saying.
I mean,
But I'm sure you could think of any number of problems to crop up to get her
Or-
away from it
or-
for even a couple of seconds, and then legit just grab it and throw it in an airlock, and then like, bye, bitch.
Or even just
Yeah,
shoot it a bunch.
I'm clonked out. You could try to legitimately take it.
Yeah,
And say it
and
ran away or something.
yeah, one option is stealth and pickpocket.
Sleight of hand. Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
sleight of hand, filch, or pickpocket.
to be fair, that's something that Alexi is good at. This is gonna be such a breach of trust. Alright. Into her room.
I will roll secretly for your sleepy person. What's your IQ? 14, 15?
14, I believe.
Yeah, uh-huh. She does not stir. She's doing that slow breathing in and out.
Okay. And, I mean, in this particular instance, can I take some time with this sleight of hand?
I'll allow you up to a +1 with a sleight of hand to empty out your bag of sand slightly. You know,
Okay.
feel the weight as you do the switch. You swap it off for probably for the radioactive orb in its housing. It is a similar size.
Perfect.
And it does not stir Silver.
Alright. Yeah, I guess off to the airlock.
As you reach Silver's door, it says, "Where are we going?"
Yep.
And Silver, you wake up and see that you're holding the orb.
Dip out real quick.
Alexi, you just were in your doorway, but he's going. He's gone.
I look down, look up at the door, look down, look at the, like, let the ball loose and go, "No! You can't take it!" And start chasing it.
And I mean, it's probably going to be no contest. Let's go free fall contest straight up.
I don't know. Super Soldier versus Spacer. This might be a fair fight. At least in the race.
Oh.
Yeah, no,
Oh, and that's aerobatics.
it's
Now he's got to do. Oh, I need to do. What's it go down to acrobatics at what -4?
it'd be something like that, but you don't need to worry about that. Even if he were rolling versus free fall, yeah, he beats you, and he's guarding the airlock. You probably catch up with him, like just as Alexi, you've got your hand ready there, and the wind is there. It's floating. It's turned to face you through.
There's got to be time for the dramatic conversation, though.
Oh yeah, of course. And
Oh,
Silver
Lexi?
has got a gun on her wrist that she could well point at Alexi.
Alexi, no, it's just a little robot.
Do you not see the potential threat that this robot... Like, we have already done so much harm by releasing whatever that thing is to the fucking universe.
It's so
Like, we cannot keep
cute.
the fucking robot on this ship.
I'll take care of it. I'll make sure it doesn't go psychotic and murder everyone. I'll be
No,
good. It'll be good.
it's already fucking psychotic. This is for your own good, lass.
You press the
Kicks
button.
off over to the thing. To
Character,
watch
Tara, give it a name.
And go, no, Stabby.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, actually, there was something a bit different about it when you pulled it out of under the covers. She had duct tape and a knife to it.
Oh.
And probably started sketching out a design to paint on it. that looks
You
like it would
had
have been
already
amazing.
armed it. You were working on making it a combat droid already.
It just had a knife. I hate you. She kicks you and then floats off.
That's
And then go back up to the cockpit. And before we take off, he was gonna like come around and line up a shot, and then head down to the
Shoot it.
gunner. He's just gonna shoot it.
Wow. Nice.
Like, cannot let this thing loose on the world twice.
I mean, this is gonna be quite the shot to take, even with max aim. It might take a couple of volleys. No, you know what? Just give me a roll.
Cinematic.
Yeah, cinematic. You do have to line up very, very tight and get a bit closer than you would have liked, though. But you do get an
Okay.
amazing shot of this thing exploding into pieces from your huge artillery shot. It's like a 200mm cannon or some shit. It's crazy.
Oh my god, we hit it with something bigger than the droid.
Yeah, it's essentially as big as it. Shell hits it. And it... Fine mist. Grey mist.
Doesn't even deter the, like, artillery shell I launched at it. So there's just an artillery shell flying through space now. Which I'm going to maintain is way safer than the drone.
You realize you have let loose upon the ship angry teenage girl.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like...
But that adds to the drama. There's a reason I did all this. Now we've got some good shipboard drama.
This is for your own good.
Silver
Amazing.
she just runs back to a bedroom and plug into a private VR room or something.
I mean, I'm gonna sit and cry for like 30 minutes first.
Yeah, at least. I would too. Dick move, Alexi. You absolute bastard. Can't
Yeah,
believe
he's an
you've done
absolute
this.
bastard.
I can't believe you've done this.
Yep, Alexi's a prick.
They threatened his ship.
They did. They threatened your brains.
Yeah, they threatened a lot more than just the ship.
The nuke didn't come out until they threatened the ship.
That's
That
yeah,
was
that is
like
kind of funny.
That is a very tender topic for
Oh, yeah.
Lexi after all.
Good point, Luke. Actually, I'd probably be in the
In the
wound-
stable with Daisy.
in the stable.
Yeah,
with
crying.
Daisy.
Crying in your stable. And Daisy's just like, "Wah," rubbing a
Aw.
beak on you. Tell that you're upset. Yeah, so maybe you are only crying for 30 minutes because Daisy will cheer you up. Then you'll go and plug into your private VR. And, like, I don't know, probably just get an Alexi ragdoll and murder it a million times over with, like,
Oh no,
various
I'm
weaponry.
gonna be doing the like closing the cabinets too hard thing and like giving
Oh,
him the angry girl look.
Proper slamming shit.
If this is the extent of angry super soldier, Alexi's getting off real easy.
It might infringe into his pot growing though. There's all
Harsh your
kinds
buzz
of
a little
passive
bit.
aggressive things you can do there.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you, like, don't go to sleep, you know, you've got 10 days to torture Alexi.
Oh, I don't go to sleep like most of these fools.
Yeah, that's right, you have been staying awake.
I use the time to like read or program or
Art.
stud art, yeah.
So Alexi and Liv had probably actually been getting a pretty good relationship going
Yeah.
for a while because we're like constantly awake together on the ship. And then Alexi went and ruined it.
Yeah, you did. You probably do feel a bit guilty about it, but at the same time, you could not let that thing stay on your ship. You're absolutely right. Deadly, deadly bastard.
Yeah, I feel like we made the right choice.
I mean, it could kill you in any number of ways. It could smother you in your sleep, just float in and press itself down against your head when you roll over onto your belly.
Use the knife to
Oh.
press buttons on the console.
It's
The-
like,
there is one thing that Alexi is absolutely going to do, which is add all of the like signatures from that ship to our list.
the blacklist.
Our ever growing list of like, if this thing appears in sensors,
Alarms.
we need to
Undesirables.
know.
Yeah.
Man, I'm worried about when that bounty hunter is eventually gonna show back up.
Soon.
I'm not.
It seems like uh
Yeah, but you didn't humiliate him.
Well, right.
I had a couple of questions actually after Canum. I mean, I'm pretty sure the plan is to spend a fair bit of time in Canum. It's such a huge system with multiple points of interest and jobs to be done, and also opportunities to learn more about where you're heading. Is that the plan after Canum, to go after what Silver believes is the last of what is needed?
Assuming we can figure out a way to travel through that territory without getting arrested, then potentially.
Yeah, who's wanted in that territory?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Well,
Not me.
no, yeah, you were. You're kind of a different person.
Her for
now.
different reasons.
Yeah. You won't be going very close to Sol, at least. I mean, it looks like you are, but relative, you're actually way, way above it.
Is that the capital of these guys?
Sol.
Sol.
Sol is the capital. Yeah.
So I guess that the out of character answer is yes, the plan is to continue along that path, but that's assuming that we figure out some way to do it without.
Facing arrest.
Yep. At the very least, our characters need to be convinced that they can travel there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, other options being like going around. Or apparently like Alexi's good enough to have plotted a off highway
direct
course. Yeah. Just taking a direct route like through the middle of fucking nowhere.
I kind of figure we're going to be in Canum long enough that figuring out how we solve it can be dealt with later.
Yeah, yeah.
Absolutely, we should actually, because different options will reveal themselves to you, I'm sure.
But for purposes of planning, you can assume that we will be traveling even if we don't know how.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Also, do we want to do like the rest of the session BS in Canum so then you can get the next big story beat?
Yeah, potentially. I don't want to go too long today, but another 30 minutes sounds good. I don't need another break. Did anyone want a break?
I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm good for now.
Okay, so it seems like Silver, you don't go to sleep, but you don't spend most of the day hanging around with Alexi like you had done on the previous journeys because you hate
Oh
him.
no, he is getting peak angry teenage girl.
She's always 12 feet away from him.
And she is in her room a lot. At one point, she steals some of your tools, and you hear noises on her door, like drill noises.
Drill noises.
Is she putting a lock on her door?
Oh, 100%. She's putting a
Like a
manual
manual
lock on her
lock.
door.
Radical.
Great.
So I've not generated the Canum system yet, still. But I can.
That's okay.
Yeah, we're underway.
I agree with Lee in the Roll20.
Oh, and there's unflattering pictures getting painted of him.
Huh.
Like,
Oh.
and
Oh.
she'll be like dubbing it, be like betrayal or things like that.
Yeah, you do not want an artist of this caliber painting unforgiving paintings of you.
I could see her painting something on the side of the shuttle that we don't look at most of the time, so he doesn't see it until we arrive.
Oh, absolutely, that's something she would do.
That's amazing. Yeah, you don't notice it until like it's the day before you're due to arrive. You're doing the
Doing
wake
those
up
like
procedure.
Yep.
So yeah, Gina and I'm guessing Hui both wake up from the 9-day sleep with 0 FP, feeling like absolute shit. You get your coffees handed to you.
And Alexei just looks miserable.
We had a very, very miserable looking Alexei.
What happened to
And
you
a
two?
Hyper
Because there's clearly a
smug.
vibe.
Yeah, it's at the breakfast table. You've got your coffee sippers magnetized around the table, and Silver, you're there just stinking up Alexei's face. Yeah, like I'm gonna kill you.
You got an angry face. Brr.
Where you're probably making breakfast even though you feel like shit.
Yeah, it's probably what he would do. Scrambled
Don't.
eggs, rice, and bacon. Maybe
So what do
some
you guys
onions.
have planned for Canaan? It's about as big as it gets.
Yeah, so I need to look up what the actual star type is, but I do want this place to have 2 separate garden worlds.
Ooh.
Ooh.
So, and in addition to that, each one has one fairly large orbital habitat surrounding it. It's likely that the habitats have got a greater population than both the planets, just because it's easier to stay in space than land on the planet usually.
Imagine it's one of those things where like the super rich live in one place and then everybody else is in the overpopulated area.
Yeah, pretty much. The richest people get to land on the planet. If you're really lucky, you can retire down there and then get for like 5 years before you get cremated. And the next old people that have just finished working all their lives on the space station get to retire on planet. But it's rammed. Your sensors get overloaded when you first come in because you pick up that many ships coming in and out of warp range, and there's that much chatter on radios.
So on the plus side, it might be hard for people to find us here too.
Oh, absolutely, it would be. It's been 10 days. You don't get any pings on your undesirables list. Always good news.
That is good news.
You set up to, I'm assuming, transmit your standard shipping company details and everything.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're not actually hailed by anyone as you approach the center of the system.
Okay. But I think we go to where we gotta deliver this fucking nuke, because getting that thing delivered ASAP is probably priority.
After everyone seeing Alexei rush to use it, they probably
Yeah.
Well, we've got a second one.
What?
That's the one that Alexei threatened to use.
agree. Oh yeah, you
Yeah.
did get 2.
Yeah, it's been in. We loaded it up.
Yep.
I still got angry face. Brr, angry face.
Sorry, you got me. So
I
that
kill Luke.
a little bit. So that contact, you expect to be reachable. We'll call it Planet A for now. Also not named them yet. Canaan Prime. Canaan Prime. There we go. CP. Because we need yet another CP acronym in GURPS. So you go to CP1, which is the main. It's an O'Neill cylinder, most efficient in this universe at least. Most
That's freaking
experience
big.
building them. Most densely populatable.
How long is it? I imagine
Massive. It's
really
probably
long.
yeah, it's probably 100 kilometers long. At least. How big were the other one? Like 30 kilometers long?
I think so.
Yeah, a good 100. I can check out. No, I can't be bothered to check how long the other one were.
Like 100,
Laziness.
200 kilometers. It's huge.
It's huge. And although it technically is part of CP, it's at a Lagrange point closer to the star than the planet, but it is still a short jump even on non-warp bubble engines. But yeah, that's where you'll be heading. Let's make the ship's maintenance roll. Alexi, have you got detect lies or body language?
Horse?
Just what's your skill level in that?
13s.
Koi, thank you. And
He's
your
got
IQ's
both
14.
at 13. Correct.
Cool, cool, cool. And cool, cool, cool. Sir, sure. You're likely transmitting a flight plan. You get automated acceptance. This place has got huge swathes of docking areas that you can attach to.
Cheap too.
Very cheap. Very cheap. Here's your spaceship making a wealth check for docking. I accidentally rolled GM, I think.
No, I see it.
No,
Oh.
okay. Yeah, it did well. You can pay docking, you can pay refueling, you can pay this month's maintenance,
Nice.
All right.
and it won't affect any of your wealths.
Wunderbar.
You're all still at bonuses, I feel, even.
I'm pretty broke at this point.
Oh yeah, you probably are actually mega skint.
Like, the money that we've been pseudo keeping track of, I only have 20,000 left. Because after the VR rigs.
Yeah, and it has actually been quite a few systems since you got all that big money. Or, although it was Gomisa where you were just in the gambling thing, isn't it?
hmm
But you pretty much made it out of there with nothing but that ship.
Well, and the
We
stuff we
should-
grabbed from the loot.
Did you
And we
grab some?
should be spending back to zero, like, at every opportunity, because none of us have bought wealth still.
Except for Gina,
Truth.
I think.
Yeah.
But Gina were already a bit wealthy, I'm pretty sure. But yeah. So,
If not, I'm gonna buy more computery nerd tech things, because that's the direction I'm going in with the rest of my money here.
For now, before the nuke is sold at a +0 each. Yeah, including Hui, because Hui, a lot of your money gets automatically taken out of your bank account that you have to account for rents and stuff like that at your dojo.
I did also use a lot of money on Silver's adoption, I think, or I don't remember what was that we used it on for Silver.
That didn't cost anything.
Not loads, anyway.
There was something that you tried to buy that you asked me for it, and I helped you with it. I don't remember what it was.
Either way, you got money burning holes in your pockets. You feel like you've spent it right as you arrive at the place where you've got the best opportunities to be spending it. So you're itching to sell
which
that
is really unfortunate.
for lots of reasons.
Our wealth was last, you told us, at least for me, at 13. I don't know what it was for everyone else. Is it back to 0 then?
If you've not got any wealth at all, it's 10, the base roll.
Cool.
In terms of bounties and stuff, all active, but not enforced by local security. However, this is kind of a hotbed for bounty hunting.
So, what is the law in terms of like self-defense if somebody shows up to try to take your bounty?
If someone... You can kill in self-defense if someone's trying to take you as a bounty that is not one enforced by the government of Canaan, which is the largest independent navy, really, in the entire universe that you know of.
Cool. So we don't have their defense, but they won't be arresting us either.
Correct. If you caused a lot of trouble, then they'd come and fuck everyone up and be like, "What are you doing?" But for the most part, bounties seem to get taken in Canaan. And we've not really talked about the whole, amnesia things recently in a while. But
I have a
Canaan
feeling
is
that our memory's never coming back fully.
not fully, but Canaan feels very familiar. Everything about it, you feel like you all already know a lot about this place.
For me, is that I know a lot about this place by reputation, like more book learning.
Yeah,
And everyone else knows it by gut feeling.
for sure you know the least about it, Silver. But the rest of you get this feeling as you look over destinations and as you're even pulling into the dock on CP1, you're like, I've been here before, definitely, hundreds of times. And it's pretty much all automated. You don't see a single person until you're like ready to ship off the legal cargo for this station that you've got, which is something you picked up in Gomisa, probably just some random vegetable.
Cool.
And yeah, it gets a quick inspection. It's entirely legal, and it gets the stamp of approval and gets taken away. And you are on a station with no map, but it's huge, and there are clusters around the major docking zones that are, equivalent to big city centres, and you have docked in the biggest one. Every amenity you could think of, and every, you know, vice you can think of is available, legally and illegally, just about. Control rating is relatively low. You can walk around on this station armed. Armor will get you questioned and probably, at least told to take it off right there on the spot.
Like big obvious armor.
Yeah, hidden stuff. It'll just be very suspicious to any police that actually, frisk you or out like that.
Okay.
Was the pickup just were they gonna pull up to our ship or something? Because
Yeah,
that seemed like the
It's going to be in deep space, but you're meeting the contact here in person first.
okay.
You need to make contact, and then the plan is
This
to negotiate coordinates for a drop-off in person where it can't be overheard by anyone.
I feel like this might actually be one of those we come in and we drop it off somewhere in deep space
And
before we got here.
yeah.
And then we meet the guy and he pays us and we give him the coordinates.
Yeah, that sounds the best.
It's kind of a trust-based thing on both sides, but
So we drop it
we've
off
got
at,
a
like, the meeting
reputation that
somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So we go the dead drop route then?
I agree with him. That's the best idea.
Yep.
So you will have already dropped that off, you think?
I think we've already dropped it off.
Roll smuggling for me, please. We'll give you up to a +2 in bonuses if you spent a good 24 hours before heading in
Oh,
to the center.
I'm sure he spent like 48 hours just checking and double checking.
Maybe woke those guys up a day later than they expected, even. Oh,
Ooh.
you scumbag!
It's a good way to hide from Silver.
Yeah.
I'm taking the fucking shuttle out. Oh yeah, and
Fine.
you get to see this huge mural finally when you dock that she's sprayed all over the side of your lovely shuttle.
The best part is it's him making out with a beautiful woman or something like that. So for everyone else, it just seems natural. But for him, he's like, "Oh, why would you do that?"
It's like the airbrush shot on side of a van,
Yep.
but we Alexei making out with some big boobied lady. Awesome. It looks badass. But obviously it's not what you're into. Sends the wrong message for sure.
Yeah, it does. I'm sorry. Alexei? On the ship, like, we get a couple of days before we get in range to dock, right? Like, we've got to jump out and then float for a couple of days, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So, Alexei starts shopping, like, sitting alone in his room or something, and he's shopping for, like, little robots.
Awesome.
Yeah. Cool.
She did want a camera robot.
You did, yeah.
Okay, yeah. He'll start, yeah, searching for a little camera robot and setting up, like, he'll set up a fucking loan at this point. His, like, the headache that he's got is like, I will find the goddamn money somewhere. I don't care. Girl's
Alright.
driving me insane.
You know what? Roll me your wealth straight up. You're gonna get it whatever, but the margin of failure if you fail is like the penalty you'll be at for the next month.
Are you willing to take a loan against the ship?
I don't think he's
It's not gonna
that.
be that much.
Yeah, no,
Fair.
Alright.
he's got good enough credit.
On the nose.
You're
Well,
at a
he's
-1 to, yeah.
He's still got all that
Things from
skrill from previous too.
It would have worn down a lot by now, but
Oh, that's fair.
you get it.
Okay. So
You-
I'm currently at a
minus-
9.
Yeah, you drop down 1, but you've bought a little robot. So back in the present, as that guy stamps and your stuff gets taken away, a little like delivery drone, a box on wheels zips up, and
Before she opens it, can I make one more little dictation?
yeah.
He also got it customized so that way there's a knife welded onto it somewhere. Like a foam one. A foam knife.
You would have been able to get that in time, but you could have bought in the same delivery a separate like foam knife or prop knife.
Yes.
So yeah, it beeps up in front of you beeps at you angrily, asking you to remove the box, and opens its lid.
Okay, pull it out.
And then it beeps and drives away.
It's not a floaty one.
No. You are under gravity at the minute.
Oh, but when we're out of not in gravity, I bet it floats. Okay.
Mhm.
And then she's gonna go put it in front of Liv's door and just walk off.
You'd find it.
Ever walk by just as she opens the door, misunderstanding that it's from him.
Did you get me this? I think I did. Yeah. There you go. Prop knife.
Well, she'll take it. She's still acting angry at you, but you can tell that it's like
That she's a teenage girl and can still be bought.
Yeah.
She's having to try harder to be angry.
So it's pretty small. It's a lot smaller than Mr. or just Stabby was. But
Stabby Jr.
it's a Stabby Junior.
It's a Stabby Junior.
But it does work in gravity, in atmosphere. It can hover as well.
Hovers. Oh, okay. So like
Yeah,
in gravity.
it with the delivery drone that were on wheels.
Oh, okay.
Your camera drone is, ducted, very quiet quadcopter mode, completely silent in zero gravity.
Okay, so it's a little quad drone.
Yeah, it is still mostly spherical. They are well shielded, hidden fans, ducted.
So it doesn't work in the vacuum, but
No, it would struggle in vacuum, but so long as it's atmosphere.
And then Silver begins her upload of as soon as we get a signal to the stream, and then pays for shipment of the stream elsewhere in the universe.
Cool. Start vlogging, live streaming yourself. Truman Show, The Silver Show.
Oh, I mean, she has 10 days of live streams, angry Alexi live streams.
Oh right,
Angry
yeah,
Alexi.
you've been taking videos, probably of you doing really evil pranks to Alexi.
Yeah, pretty much.
People pop up in comments. You've got fans in Caneham already, who are like super excited that you've arrived when you upload them.
I feel like we now need a dictation of the montage she posts.
Oh, okay. It starts off small by like stuff that you don't realize until you watch the video.
Yeah, you're like that. She did that.
Like, just like how all of your tools were just slightly off. Like
Okay.
I moved all the pegs on the wall up like 3 pegs and some down 3 pegs. Just so your muscle memory is a bit off. The next one is like,
I've got a good suggestion for one.
okay, go ahead.
He's got a primo strain of cannabis that he's been growing for ages, and you just filmed yourself chewing it all up to shit, like, and then like putting a cat in it as Alexi approaches, and Cat's just there like with a bit of hydroponic grit on its head, like, what happened? And Alexi's like, you little bastard.
I wouldn't do that to the cat.
No, yeah, that you probably wouldn't do it. But
Still, the cat got blamed.
either way, Alexi's weed got mysteriously chewed to hell. It could have been Daisy. Either way, it's Silver's fault, because she probably left a big animal in there or something. I just like to
Like-
imagine Silver chewing on Alexi's plants.
At one point, she reverses his mag boots charge.
Ooh, he didn't use them often, but that is really rude, yeah. So it'd be easy to do as well. And then he'd need to stick them on, because it is easier to have them if you go into the ring around the engine, because it rotates, so you generally want mag boots on. So yeah, you'd put them on and go in there, and then get stuck flying around for about 5 minutes as you're trying to reverse them.
The painting and just other, I can't think of any more good ones, but 10 days worth of 10 videos worth of just
A whole new playlist. Alexi is a bastard, man.
and video and all the camera footage of the fallout.
Do you also
How
do
mu-
a eulogy for Stabby? Like, there's just
Yep.
a few choice pictures that you managed to get with your eyes.
I was gonna say, how much detail does she go into as to why he's being punished?
She murdered her robot that she made.
There's just some crazy
It's like after the first
No.
one gets uploaded, you'll get a couple of comments like, "Why are you being so mean to Alexi?" And then you upload the Stabby eulogy.
Actually, no, I would actually just say he did something really mean. She doesn't want to break the robot's trust.
Oh yeah, you would be revealing the robot's existence in some way.
So she
but
just
there
says-
could be like a Robinsons versus the Robots style video of Alexi being like, "This is for your own good, lass."
Yeah.
Some terribly edited thing with that footage.
Cool.
Just a question: do like some of these guys just have fame through osmosis, or not osmosis, proximity?
To a degree
Oh.
now, yeah.
Okay.
It'd still be rare that someone in this system is going to recognize
Yeah.
any of you, I think. But there are people
Like
in
devoted
this.
devoted fans of the channel will be like, "Wait,
Yeah.
are you Alexi?"
hmm
And Alexi will draw a gun and be like, "Who the fuck wants to know?"
They'd probably just scream and run away because they're a nerd who watches Silver streams. Alright.
That's the montage.
So, Gina, I think you've been tracking something that you might want to partake in.
Yeah, I was looking for a point to bring it up in conversation, but didn't come up naturally. It doesn't actually have to come up this game.
We can
But,
leave it for now. Maybe start.
No, you can't leave us with that.
So Gina's planning on doing a tournament while we're in Canada.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know about you guys, but I've got a date in a couple weeks, so I prefer not to be chased off too quickly.
Yeah, we'll set up some jobs for after the tournament.
I have to build something anyway. I have to get someone to build something anyway.
And this one should be legit. Ish.
No, yeah, it's a legit tournament. I mean,
I mean, gambling only gets so legit, but
yeah, exactly. It is a real opportunity to win extreme money.
government condoned.
888legendspokerstars.com World Tournament in Vegas style. Yeah.
But also, like, plenty of probably plenty of shady shit going on behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah, like, the real criminal element will be the betting on those gamblers, probably.
It's a good point. There might be more money to be made betting on the gamblers than actually.
Probably.
Well,
yeah.
Or you enter the tournament and then, put a bunch of money on yourself.
And then you get
Or
approached
you-
by
Well,
Don
that's what.
Giuliani, I'm going to
That's
need
how
you
you
to
enter the
lose this
tournament.
tournament.
Usually, there's a very high entry fee, and that's the money you put on yourself.
Yeah, there is indeed a significant entry fee that you
Well,
have got, like,
luckily we're getting paid out for nukes.
yeah, you are getting paid out for nukes, so you should be able
Nuke.
to afford it. Nuke.
We're keeping one of them.
Are you sure?
Not sure if we should allow our captain more nukes.
Because
No,
this is like the third time you've threatened to use it.
Threatened. And it was only the first time I've threatened to use it.
we've already installed it too.
Installed it.
Please don't blow us up.
I
and
There
stop
was-
stop threatening people with it.
I
Is it
threatened
in
a
the
fucking
auto
robot
loader?
with it.
No, there was a while back.
Like, how ready is it to fire out of the gun?
Oh, I think it's like pretty fucking ready to be fired.
Koi.
But I don't think it's like the thing that's immediately loaded.
No, yeah.
It's not an opening volley sort of deal.
The autoloader probably has separate racks for different ammunition types. So you've likely got it on, like, the reserve rack on its own, exposed with the control panel, so that you can arm it, close that, fire it, wait in like 30 seconds if you needed to.
Yeah. Oh, and the suicide vest wasn't actually a suicide vest.
No, that were all
Those
a
hot
bluff, yeah.
dogs.
That was just Alexi being an awesome fucking liar.
But also playing the brinkmanship game.
Yeah. Either way, it will brinksmanship.
Brinksmanship?
Taking it to the edge, you know, like,
When you're
Oh,
willing
yeah.
to go further than the other person to make them blink.
Oh, okay, yes. Well,
an ultimatum. That's where you give someone the whole of the tomato, and they have to eat it, the whole tomato. And if they don't eat it,
I don't
that
get why
happens.
it's a bad thing. Like, tomatoes are great.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're tasty.
A
yeah.
little salt.
Yeah, I don't really know why it's called a whole tomato.
But the only reason he was doing it with the robot thing was because when somebody's holding a nuke to you, sometimes the only option is to hold one to them.
Zero-sum game.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like that was the only reason for that.
Equal and proportionate response. I won't do it again. Please let me keep my nuke. Please.
No shit's given about that threat.
Like this first time Alexi would have actually had the ability to go on with that threat. But it's a threat that works.
So, to find anything you're after on this station, it's a search check at +4. Even the rarest things, it's going to be a straight up search check to try and locate, or streetwise.
Nice.
This
is downtown Hong Kong.
Yeah, status is generally 1 everywhere. It is rare to see status 0. That is the -1 of this location.
Nice.
Okay.
Alright, gentrifier.
What TL?
TL9. So also very high tech, modern stuff. This is where the ship that you just made friends with, lol, came from.
Okay.
It was built here, well, at a shipyard in this system.
Very cool.
But yeah, I think I'm about ready to call it. I'd like to have more stuff set up for CP1 and this system in
Absolutely.
general. Oh,
Sure.
my knee
Did
just
we get
broke.
paid out for the nuke, or are we saving that for next week?
Let me just do a quick roll of the dice. No, it goes smooth enough. You will get paid out for that. You can all add 2 to your wealth score for the foreseeable.
Alright.
Also, now that you have the little camera robot, is way out of a job from helping you?
I mean, if you still want to do cameras, that's fine. Having
I
a
mean-
second camera, but
You need a multi-camera operation, honestly, if you want any quality for your stream.
Well, what you got to
Wait, you
do
could-
is get a second camera robot, and then you start putting points in like directing.
Oh, nice.
I like that a lot.
That's
that
pretty
would
good.
be what do you call it? Oh, there's a specific like group performance or something like that. What is it called?
I
Group
might take like
performance,
that might be so specific that you'd want like an expert skill for it. Multiple drone camera direction. Because yeah, that group performance one's more for directing people. Directing robots is a bit different.
But you were trying to go to sleep.
Yeah, let's call it. So yeah, thanks for watching. We'll be back on Thursday with Star Trek, I believe.
Yep.
And Sunday again with this. Maybe some Dungeon Fantasy at some point as well. We'll see. Thanks for watching. We had Terra.
I am Tara. I can do things with my hands now. Ah!
Terrifying.
Ooh.
We had James.
Hey, I am James. I threw a robot out of an airlock.
You really upset a little girl, is what you did.
Yeah.
We had Lee.
Hi, I'm Lee. I play Gina, and she talked Alexi into doing her dirty work today.
Really upsetting a little girl. And we had Everoth.
Hello, I was abroad trying not to be really afraid of an AI today.
Give me that brain, boy. I want that brain. Juicy brain. So many gigabytes of RAM in your brain, pal. Give it to me. Well,
Wait, only
Around
gigabytes?
6.
well, I mean, probably like petabytes at least.
Depends on the brain.
But you could, you could describe it in bytes. So many bytes of brain power. Like, so many. To the power of 10 bytes.
Nom nom.
But Fnord, thank you for watching. And bye everyone with the Kobold Cafe. Find us anywhere. Kobold Cafe, thekoboldcafe.com. Bye bye. Bye 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 bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Take time with that one. Bye.